action. There is Tom Aspinall making his UFC debut. And returning after a very long layoff, November 2017, is Jake Collier. He's making his UFC heavyweight debut. Round number 1. Aspinall in the red, Collier in the blue. Look out for the boxing of Aspinall. He's got pro boxing experience and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He moves like a welterweight.
Nice feints here. What we expect from Collier, what we saw from him at middleweight was him, big right hand on the temple there. And controlled power as well, Tom Aspinall, just checking his range and his distance. Very, very quick for a heavyweight. Good head movement. And only 9 fights in his record as well. I think the problem for Tom Aspinall a lot of the time was not only finding trade. Oh! What a finish!
That's it! Wow. Knockout for Tom Aspinall in his debut!
So slick. Beautiful right hand. Beautiful right hand. Clean. I mean, this is what we've got to expect from Tom Aspinall from his career moving forward. Keep your eyes on this young man. He is something special.
I think we've got ourselves a prospect.
Beautiful. Knee to the midsection. Bang, bang. 1-2 follows right on the chin. He just did not stand a chance. As soon as that knee landed. Bang. Right into the midsection on 1-2. Very nice. And he'd measured the right hand early as well. 50% power. Just touched him with it to check his range and then nailed him with that midsection shot.
Yeah.
Really
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 45 seconds. Round number 1. Referee Dan Mulvaheady puts a halt to the bout for your winner by TKO, Tom Aspinall!
2. Lightweights ready to go. Alexander Volkanovski making his UFC debut against Yusuke Kasuya. Volkanovski is in white, Kasuya in black.
There's a lot of hype following Volkanovski into the octagon tonight. Good straight left from Kasuya to start with.
Volkanovski's fought very good competition outside the UFC. He's won 10 in a row, 13-1 overall. Former pro rugby player.
Oh, nice takedown from Kasuya.
Beautiful by Kasuya, taking advantage of that wild offering from Volkanovski.
5 rear naked chokes on his record, so this is a strong position for him. Volkanovski's doing a good well of using the fence to scrape his opponent off, but Kasuya is not giving up on this position. Good work.
Volkanovski's best win outside the UFC, according to some, a knockout of UFC vet Anton Zaffa. Has had success in MMA down at 45, all the way up at welterweight. Working in the clinch here. Nice job by Volkanovski to prevent that takedown and lands a knee to the midsection of Kasuya.
Oh, looks for the outside reap. That's good work. He looks very strong in these positions, John. Wraps the head, looking for the outside reap again, threatening with the front headlock. Oh, good work by Kasuya to reverse that position, but Volkanovski immediately circles him onto the fence, lands a good clean shot, and then level changes. Oh, we're going to lift here.
Under 3 minutes to go here in round 1. Volkanovski telling us he wouldn't have even gotten into MMA were it not for Chuck Liddell and his influence on the sport. Watch out for that trademark overhand right of Volkanovski tonight when we're upright.
Nice work stepping over to half guard.
Yep. Nice job by Volkanovski to pull that left arm of Kasuya as he tries to flatten him out here.
Oh, powerful shots. And Volkanovski, another fighter that spent a lot of time at Tiger Muay Thai, building his well-rounded skill set. Big, powerful punches from the top position.
Kasuya is a very durable guy, but these are power shots landed here by Volkanovski.
Yeah, nobody can take too many of those. Nice elbow as well. Very powerful, drops his full body weight into the shots. Look for him to strip the base away again, good work.
Kasuya just able to turn his head out of harm's way there.
Oh!
Sorry, mate.
And even had time to apologize to the referee.
Right.
Good work by Kasuya to reverse that. Let's see what Volkanovski can do with these butterfly hooks. Let's see if he's going to start to elevate his opponent a little bit. Kasuya passes to half guard.
Those butterfly hooks preventing Kasuya from mounting Volkanovski. Just over 1 minute to go here in our opening round.
I can't imagine with the excitement that Volkanovski's got of finally being in the UFC that he's going to spend too long settling any of these situations.
Right. Kasuya, the Shudo rookie tournament champ back in 2011. 100% finishing rate, 9 pro wins. He has stopped the opponent in all of them.
Really good top control here by Kasuya. Volkanovski back with the butterfly hooks. Nice work trying to elevate his opponent, at least creating enough space there to get back to the top position. Kasuya threatening the leg lock late in the round.
Volkanovski making him pay with some big left hands.
Strong finish.
Sports go. All right, round 2 here. Alexander Volkanovski and Yusuke Kasuya. The Volkanovski corner, Dan, they believe that he won that first round, but want him to keep it standing here round 2.
Yeah, I think he started strong and I think he finished strong, but he certainly felt the strength of Kasuya's ground game in the middle of the round. Nice takedown there. I like how he's hovering over his opponent right now and not committing to the ground game. Able to stand tall and land good, powerful shots from the top position. You can see Kasuya now trying to use that butterfly hook to elevate Volkanovski and create some space, but big, powerful shots from the top position.
Clearly, Volkanovski feels like he can pound Kasuya out of there. Any thought to separating and standing up here, given what we heard from the corner?
Quite possibly, especially if Kasuya continues to chase these submissions. But every time he chases a leg lock, he's exposing himself. You know, the leg lock game is very effective if you're extremely good at it. Someone like Ryan Hall, for example. But if you've not got a high percentage of success with that, it leaves you vulnerable for these kind of situations here. A lot of the time, it's better to invest that energy to try and get back to your feet or a top position. And Kasuya is getting beaten up here from top position.
Volkanovski with some killer ground and pound here. Referee watching the action closely. We talked about Kasuya's durability off the top. It is being tested here midway through round 2.
He's so accurate with these shots, John.
What is it going to take to cut Kasuya open?
Right. He must have skin like rawhide to be able to take some of these shots without bleeding. Again, chasing the footlock. But you can see here, he leaves his head exposed. Expect some big, powerful shots. Here they come.
Kasuya may need to bail on this submission attempt. That's going to do it. Alexander Volkanovski. What a moment for the New South Wales native, Alexander Volkanovski. He TKOs Yusuke Kasuya in his UFC debut. The move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS, where you get nationwide coverage on the blazing fast 4G LTE T-Mobile network for $30 period.
And look at these final shots that the referee was watching. Kasuya's clinging onto a leg lock and he's grimacing, he's taking these shots, but he's not working to escape. It was a good stoppage by the referee. Kasuya couldn't have taken many more of those punches.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Greg Funyuns has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 6 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Charles Oliveira. Darren Elkins.
You ready to fight? You ready?
And we are underway. Solid white trunks for the Brazilian Oliveira. White and black trunks for Darren Elkins.
Elkins grabs a hold of him. He's got him up and down. Big takedown. But immediately, look how he scrambles to guard. Look at this.
Spectacular jiu-jitsu
got a triangle.
practitioner.
He's got it locked up, Mike. Right
Going
away.
on the back of the head, Joe.
Oliveira turning it into an armbar. He's got a triangle and an armbar combination. Elkins is in all kinds of trouble. Oh, he's done. Wow.
It is all over.
The hype is for real. Man, that kid locked up that triangle so fast.
Wow. Welcome to the UFC.
That was beautiful.
Charles Oliveira taken down, and then we saw the great work off the bat.
And, you know, effortless, Mike. So beautiful. Look how good his technique is. Here, Elkins gets a hold of him, dumps him, but immediately, look how Oliveira scrambled right to guard. And then he's in this position, he's got that right arm tied up, slaps that leg over the left, slaps it back on. Look at that. Look at that triangle. Woo. Adjusts it, pulls his foot down. He's turning him. He's got the arm and the triangle together, wrapped up. He controls the leg. See, he's got that left underhook on the leg. There's beautiful technique here. I mean, he's just doing everything perfect. Yeah, I mean, just really fantastic. The way he did it, attacked with the arm and the triangle at the same time. And
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Charles the Bronx Oliveira.
Like Joe said,
Against the UFC newcomer Weili Zhang. Zhang finished up her training camp over the last week or so at Jackson Wink MMA in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Zhang is in red, Danielle Taylor is in the all black.
hard inside leg kick to get things started for Zhang.
94% finishing rate for a strawweight. So it tells you the power and the finishing instincts of Zhang.
And that's really the rub on her. 9 wins by knockout, another 6 by way of submission, purple belt in jiu-jitsu. And when she gets you down, outstanding ground control, ground and pound. And if Fight Week is any indication, she has been relaxed and seems more than poised and ready for the big show.
She's doing a good job of keeping Taylor going backwards. In and out, landing, seems very calm and confident. A lot of people struggle with the first time in the octagon. To this point, she doesn't seem to be having those issues.
Taylor's switching her leg back and forth now to avoid that inside leg kick. She managed to avoid the last one. She took 3 or 4 hard ones in a row, but she's sliding that leg back. She's well trained under Saxon Muay Thai, which is one of the best gyms for stand-up striking in LA.
Well, later tonight we'll be on pay-per-view 2 championship rematches in the main event. 2-time bantamweight champ TJ Dillashaw looking to defend against Cody Garbrandt. Also the consensus best fighter in the world today, Demetrius Johnson, taking on Henry Cejudo. It's UFC 227 tonight. It is only on pay-per-view. You can order it now.
I think that left hand by Zhang might have hurt Taylor a little bit. She was darting in. This was the issue in the Aldridge fight for Taylor, right? She's the shorter fighter, but she seems to want to fight at range. She needs to be in close and tight, but, I mean, went in tight there and got hit with a big elbow by Zhang.
Zhang's very, very physically strong. You've seen it in these clinches. She's very aggressive, too. I mean, she hits the gas full blast when they clinch up.
Yeah. 2 minutes have gone by here, round 1. I mean, Zhang looks like a flyweight in there.
She's big. Oh, nice jab. She's starting to get Danielle's timing a little bit. As Danielle enters, she's been countering her, she's been countering effectively. You can see it on the face of Taylor. She doesn't seem comfortable in there right now. Look at her eyes.
Yeah. And it's interesting, Zhang said in terms of her approach that she wanted to keep the fight standing in round 1 and then maybe in round 2 would go for the finish, but maybe changing up the game plan here.
Wow. Very aggressive.
She's so strong.
Beautiful trip, yeah. She's a tank, and she throws everything into everything. I mean, when she's doing things, she commits 100%.
Watch your fingers in her eyes.
But, you know, as we talked about in the fight prior to this one, you know, Zhang, like you said, Joe, in the walk, she's had so much time to develop herself, so much time to get better. And then, with all these wins in a row, she goes to Jackson's and she trains with a phenomenal camp to prepare for a UFC debut, and it's showing.
I think another big factor is that she's had so many fights so recently, so she's very comfortable inside there. She's just got so much recent experience. And look at this, Danielle going for a heel hook.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! She doesn't quite have the heel locked up, but it's still a bad situation for Zhang. Danielle's gonna adjust. Let's see if she adjusts.
Zhang knew,
Oh, Zhang kicked out of it.
Very smart. Just bail on the position. Instead of trying to wrestle and attack, re-attack, bail on that position. Now let's see if Danielle Taylor can take that momentum from that attempt and turn this fight in her favor.
Danielle Taylor keeping her honest. That was huge.
Just one career win by submission for Danielle Taylor by way of the armbar. But Zhang sort of felt like because this was her UFC debut, she felt compelled to try to keep the fight standing early so as to entertain, and got herself into a compromising situation there on the ground briefly.
Big right hand by Danielle Taylor.
No surprise, a big discrepancy in terms of the total strikes landed.
I just know as the smaller fighter in most instances, space is not your friend. And right now, she's circling on the outside. And maybe the overhand right she landed is going to give her confidence, but she needs to commit a little bit more to being in the face of Zhang.
Taylor likes to counter, did so effectively there. Final seconds here of this first round.
And because Zhang's so aggressive, because she's so aggressive, there will be some opportunities for Taylor. Big right hand.
Taylor
She hurt her. Yep, she hurt her.
Whoa, she's wobbling.
I brought my cousin in there in the corner with me. He said he was so nervous he had spilled the whole bucket in the octagon. Stopped the whole event, man. I haven't seen that in a long time, so yeah,
it's been a while.
Oh, man.
It does occasionally happen in there.
He said everything's falling apart, man. That's funny.
Nice counter left from Weili Zhang, who said she's used to having a pronounced strength advantage over her opponents, but felt like Danielle Taylor is stronger than anyone she's faced before. Didn't necessarily say she was the best fighter she's ever faced, but certainly stronger than recent competition physically.
And the level of competition is going to raise now for Zhang as she enters the UFC. You know, a lot of guys or women, as they enter the octagon, have these high levels of finishes. It's, can you continue to do that as you move into the highest level of competition?
Well, what a season it's been on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. Catch the last new episode. It's this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Watch Rising Stars in the iconic Tough Gym. Find out whom Dana will pick to receive a UFC contract. Greg Hardy back this week. The Contender Series live on UFC Fight Pass this Tuesday.
Weili cracked her with a left hand in that exchange. Now she's turning it up. Oh, beautiful combination.
That Weili Zhang is intent on continuing her finishing streak because she is really turning it up on Danielle Taylor right now.
She called for the round 2 finish, certainly going for it.
She's really walking her down here.
And her hands never come down. Look at how committed she is to hands up, heads moving just a little bit as she enters. Big right hand by Danielle though.
Nice to see Danielle Taylor go on the offensive. Coming up on 3 minutes here in this second round. You see Zhang has advanced 45% of the time, just 10% for Danielle Taylor thus far. Looked like maybe a stumble. Yep.
But Danielle Taylor looking to take advantage if it wasn't. She charged forward.
Taylor initially started training for self-defense after joining the LA County Sheriff's Department back in 2010. Accrued some nice amateur experience and a lot of knockouts for Danielle Taylor in her amateur career. 3 of her 9 pro wins have come by knockout.
You see the speed of Danielle Taylor when she does go to. You see the speed and explosiveness. Her coaches are asking her for a little bit more than 1 strike, John. She's countering with the big left hand or big right hand. They think that if she throws them in combination, she can really hurt Zhang.
And that right hand got Zhang's attention. Weili starting to breathe with that mouth open a little bit now.
Yeah, Danielle's headhunting. She's looking for 1 big shot with the head. The difference is Weili Zhang is mixing it up. Kicks, shots to the body, leg kicks. Danielle has basically had real good success a couple times with that right hand, and that's what she's banking on right now.
And just activity, right? Weili Zhang's a lot more active. She's constantly just touching her right now.
There's a nice leg kick by Danielle. She needs more of that. Attack that inside leg kick as it's coming towards you. Oh, look at that side kick.
17 leg kicks have already landed for the UFC newcomer Weili Zhang. 3-1 favorite for this UFC debut tonight.
I don't know what that was about.
Under a minute now to go in round 2. We will move over to FX as the prelims continue at the top of the hour.
I'll tell you what, Danielle is putting everything behind that right hand, though, if it does land.
Every time she throws it, she's throwing it in the fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of power in it.
Weili Zhang has never been finished in 17 pro fights. As we mentioned, she brings a 16-fight winning streak into this debut. 30 seconds in the round.
Weili Zhang's trying to encourage her to stand in there and trade with her because she feels like she's the bigger, stronger fighter. But Danielle's doing a good job of darting in and out.
Oh! Left hand lands for Weili Zhang towards the end of the round. Oh! Massive right from Taylor to put a capstone on the round. Trying to make it 3 wins in her last 4. Came in with an hour of accrued octagon time. Weili Zhang, the highly touted newcomer, trying to get her hand raised in her UFC debut. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Zhang is in red, Danielle Taylor in the all black.
Danielle's corners are saying give her feints to draw out the kicks. Once she kicks and misses, now you can go and re-attack her. The problem is there's so much power coming back at you from Zhang whenever you do go into range that it's kind of scary and it makes Danielle hesitate a little bit.
Zhang has fought in Mongolia, South Korea, Japan, China, Thailand, never the US until tonight.
There's that inside leg kick again by Zhang. And again,
Zhang out of range on the counter. And you got to think, DC, if you're Danielle Taylor at some point, you got to throw caution to the wind and go, I would think.
Unless you're overvaluing the end of these rounds, right? When you land the big shots, is the corner telling Danielle, you know, that's great, just keep going, and it's giving her a false sense of how this fight is really going. You don't know how it's being scored by the judges or the message she's getting in the corner.
Just that one early takedown attempt from Weili Zhang in the fight that came in the first round. Perhaps some pause after the submission attempt from Taylor.
But I mean, when you, oh, nice counter left. She's been throwing that over and over and it finally landed.
Looks like Taylor having some trouble maybe seeing out of that eye after that strike from Zhang. 3 minutes now to go in the fight. You know, height is not necessarily an advantage in mixed martial arts, but when you think about some of these shorter strawweights, Danielle Taylor, Tecia Torres at 5 feet even, 5'1", there are limitations.
Especially when you're fighting somebody that knows how to fight long. Good combination there by Zhang. You saw that with Tecia Torres and Joanna on J-check. Joanna was able to keep her at bay with that jab.
Oh! And that drew a smile from Taylor, but a nasty combination from Weili Zhang.
I mean, and Zhang throws everything so tight, right? She's no wasted action. All of her techniques are very tight, very accurate. She does all of the fundamentals. She's very fundamentally sound in her striking.
That left eye of Taylor showing some damage. Good counter left lands for Taylor, but she's landing on just 28% of her total strikes thus far.
Oh!
Beautiful.
The way she used that left leg, front leg side kick is brilliant.
It's nasty.
She throws the inside leg kick and then she switches it up with that side kick to the bread basket.
It's nice, Joe, because she's kind of like fading with her hands, right? She's fading with her hands, like she's throwing punches, but not necessarily to land. She's just throwing them to get Danielle Taylor thinking hands, and she does that side kick.
She also does a great job of doing it without turning sideways.
Yeah.
Like one of the things about the side kick is usually you see the shift in the stance where they start to put their hips more sideways, but she doesn't do that. She's able to adjust her base foot in the process of throwing the kick.
Real high level striking.
Oh!
Good right hand by Taylor.
What we're seeing from Zhang, sorry John, it seems like she's just got more tools that she's displaying.
Yes.
Danielle has a powerful right hand. She's very physically strong and quick, but Weili is just mixing it up better and showing more of a toolbox. But in these exchanges, when they clash, that's when Danielle has a chance.
That's when she's got to just go.
Yes.
Gotta welcome those.
Yeah, just go. With 35 seconds, you know, you got to just say, you know what, I'm just going to go fight. Because to this point, you've been getting your legs beat up with the inside kicks, and Zhang has been able to lead the dance.
Oh.
Both fighters landing in the pocket there. Danielle Taylor seems to like the firefight nature of this round, but just unable to clip Zhang with that right hand on the way out. Taylor covers a lot of miles in that octagon, constantly on the bike. Spinning attack from Zhang. Misses the head of Danielle Taylor. Another strong showcase for the UFC's 115-pound division. Weili Zhang, likely a winner in her UFC debut tonight against the local Danielle Taylor.
Likely a winner and valuable fight experience at the top of the game. Here under the bright lights of the octagon, there's a left hand by Weili Zhang, and there's that beautiful combination that ended with the leg kick. Here's a counter left hook that caught Danielle right on the chin. Here's a wild exchange here.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Magnum Weili Zhang.
For Brock to come out like a freight train. Fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
Let's go, come on!
Here we go. Tonight's clock brought to you by Haywire in theaters January 20th, starring MMA superstar Gina Carano. Red and black trunks for Brock Lesnar. He throws a kick early. 2 kicks. White and gray trunks for Overeem.
Well, that's a good idea to throw Overeem off, you know, set up the takedown, throw some punches and kicks, mix it up. Overeem missed that right hand, grazed him.
But you're playing with fire if you get into a striking matchup with Alistair Overeem. When will Lesnar shoot for the double? Trying to use the jab. Got the leg. And Overeem able to avoid the takedown.
That's big. That is big. Just the fact that he was able to avoid 1.
If Brock hits you, though, as we've talked about, he can knock people out. He did it to Randy Couture, caught him right behind the ear.
Alistair's already cut. He's cut over his right eyebrow. I don't know what did it. I don't know what happened, but he's got a cut.
Might have been one of those jabs of Brock Lesnar's. And again they connect.
Big knee to the body.
And answered by Lesnar. Overeem pushes Lesnar back towards the cage. Another big knee
to the body.
Right to the midsection of Lesnar. He's hurt bad. And again to the midsection. Huge knees to the body of Lesnar.
Alistair has no respect whatsoever for Brock's stand-up.
Brock tried to catch the kick.
I'm surprised Alistair threw a kick this early in the fight.
I'm surprised Lesnar hasn't just freight trained and looked to take Overeem down and put him on his back. Our main event of the evening. Brock looking for the uppercut.
Another knee. Big punch.
And he got blocked with the left hand.
He's hurt. Brock is hurt.
A kick to the body. So much punishment to the body. This is going to be it.
That's it. It's over.
It is all over. Wow. Alistair Overeem has defeated Brock Lesnar.
And it was shots to the body that really hurt him.
Shots to a body that has been surgically repaired.
Wow. You know what? The question was, if the fight stands on its feet, and if Alistair stops a shot, what is Brock Lesnar going to be able to do? And the answer was just nothing. Eat shots.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. All Overeem.
And there he threw one to the body, and that one hurt him bad. That one went to the liver. And he jumps on him and finishes him off with punches. And a lot of these were blocked, but then he threw one to the body, and that was it. Mario Yamasaki saw enough. So it was another shot to the body that did it. Look at that. He threw that one, and that one hurt him bad. That was a shin to the liver. And Alistair jumps all over him. He's covering up mostly, but he's really waiting for this fight to be stopped. But now look at this. Digs to the body, and that was all he needed to see. Now here's a knee early. That one went to the leg, but here this one to the body. Powerful shot to the body there. And Brock tries to reply with...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 26 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Alistair the Reem Overeem.
Here we go. Amanda Nunes is in the black, and right away they start firing. And Nunes looks for the takedown. Sheila Gaff in the orange.
Sheila Gaff looking to take it to the ground. Unexpected. We figured she would prefer to stand, but she may be able to lock in a rear naked choke early here. Looks like Amanda's got wrist control and defended it well.
Gaff has a 8-second knockout, 10-second knockout, and 2 and 30 seconds each.
Nunes
they work 30 seconds here.
Nunes again trying to take it to the mat. We told everybody neither of these women like the feeling belt process. They went right after each other.
5 first-round finishes for Nunes, 3 knockouts in under 30 seconds.
Nice single leg takedown by Amanda Nunes, and she immediately steps over and passes the side control.
Amanda is a brown belt in jiu-jitsu and judo.
She told me before this fight that she's made decisions. She does not want to focus on family or anything else. She's quit her daytime career. All she wants to do is be a champion in mixed martial arts here in the UFC.
Started karate at 7 years old. Karate background for Gaff too, but right now it's on the ground where they battle.
Gaff is trying to use her right elbow to get back in guard, but Nunes mounts her.
Stepped right over. Amanda trying to get some good ground and pound going. Gaff is up.
And you can see the strength of Sheila Gaff. That was not the technical way to stand up out of mount, but she was able to pull it off just by brute strength, but she's back on the mat again.
Inside the guard.
Very impressive improvements thus far in the wrestling of Amanda Nunes, who's known to be a wild striker, already finishing 2 takedowns.
Good shots. Throwing elbows.
Again, Sheila Gaff looks a little bit lost here in her guard.
Yeah.
She's not trying to
Some
get
big elbows, trying to finish this fight, and it is all over! Amanda Nunes wins her UFC debut! And this Brazilian crowd loves it!
How's that for the striker who you expect to come in and try and knock the girl out? Lands 2 takedowns, moves into mount, and finishes with elbows.
Vicious elbows by the 25-year-old Brazilian. Take a look at it on our move of the fight from Metro PCS 4G for all.
And this is right after Sheila got up out of the mount, but Nunes immediately got to double underhooks, takes her down, postures up in the guard here nicely, and just finishes her with brutal elbows. Very impressive performance by Amanda Nunes, who has not shown...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 8 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Amanda, the Lioness Nunes.
First round,
Unbeaten 11-0, 17-1-1. Here we go. Blue trunks for Makhachev, black trunks for Kuntz. Southpaw stance for the Russian.
Big overhand left by Makhachev to start things off.
Makhachev just 23 years old.
And Kuntz caught him with a right hand there as he was throwing that left kick. Both guys have a lot of success under their belt.
Kuntz, born in North Dakota. Last few years, been down a lot with American Top Team, improving his skill set.
Makhachev has heavy hands, Mike.
Yes.
You can see it in those few brief exchanges. And this is exactly where he wants his fight to take place. He wants to get that clinch, beautiful knee to the body by Makhachev. And Kuntz trying to utilize that forearm, frame him off, push him away, defend against the takedown attempts.
And they break. As I mentioned during the walk-in, coached by Khabib Nurmagomedov's father. Disappointing that Nurmagomedov hurt again. We're gonna wait a little while before he comes back, but he is outstanding. He's the leader of this new crew, if you will, of Russian fighters that are going to compete with that combat sambo background in the octagon.
Yeah, I just hope he gets healthy. It's just so frustrating
too.
for fans of his because they're looking forward to seeing this young man fight for the title someday, and he was supposed to be fighting Donald Cerrone tonight. Highly anticipated fight, but we got a great replacement in John McDessie. That should be glorious.
Right into side control. Now he takes the back. Seamless transition.
Beautiful takedown, and he is all over Leo here. Leo's trying to defend. Leo doesn't want to get flattened out here.
Trying to lock it in.
Well, he doesn't have anything under the chin. What he's trying to do is get himself into a position to flatten out Leo, but Leo's doing a good job of keeping his forearms down, but his hips up high. And what he would like to do is either sneak out the back door or figure out a way to roll and wind up in half guard here.
Trying to shake
him
out
the back door.
Oh, and comes out swinging.
Good defense by Kuntz. That was a scary situation to be in.
He stayed very, very patient. Uppercut.
He's keeping his head on the center line, Mike, and he's got to be careful that as he's trying to avoid the takedowns, he's aware of the punches. Because Makhachev can bang, too.
Watch for the lead uppercut from Makhachev.
I mean, we've seen time and time again when fighters are concentrating on defending the takedown, that's when oftentimes they get caught with big punches. Mirko Krokop, Kevin Random is a perfect example of that.
Makhachev just feeling out the distance, trying to get Kuntz thinking a little bit again here.
Well, he's got Kuntz worried about everything, worried about the striking. There's a nice right hook. Oh, beautiful
nice elbow. Followed up, too.
Behind it. Very nice. Good inside leg kick by Leo.
And Kuntz tried to follow it up. Makhachev able to get out of harm's way. Just over a minute now on the clock here in round number 1. Good head movement.
Kuntz trying to go up high with that kick.
Both Kuntz and Makhachev making their UFC debuts.
Good uppercuts
and
by Makhachev.
And he utilizes control in the clinch too. And then gets his arm around the back of the neck and then delivers the uppercuts.
Yeah, anytime Leo's tying up with him, he risks this.
Yes.
Excellent control by Makhachev. And he's on top, inside control.
Two takedowns for Islam here in round number 1. And a huge advantage in total strikes.
Stop there.
Every time.
Kuntz's corner talking, Joe, saying that you have the speed advantage. Let's see if he tries to do that. And of course, we heard the corner of Makhachev talk about utilizing movement.
Good punches by Makhachev. And again, a lot of this is because Leo's head stays on the center line. Constantly worried about the threat of the takedown and the clinch. He's not being very elusive with his head. And
another left, and there's that uppercut.
And in the clinch, he's getting tagged with those uppercuts because he's worried about the takedown as well. It's just one of the many ways that grappling opens up opportunities for striking in MMA. A poke.
Yeah, a little accidental poke, right eye of Makhachev. Fight continues.
Good little short check hook by Makhachev.
Tried to disguise that kick.
Yeah, tried the question mark kick, blocked by Leo. Leo's corner was also happy that he was able to defend. They say he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do in that round. He defended well. There's a nice, that's that short check hook.
He walked right into it. CB Holloway likes to throw that punch.
Yes, he does. He throws it very well.
Yep.
Oh, he might have hurt him there,
I
Mike.
think he did. He kind of went down
stumbled a little
awkwardly,
bit.
didn't he?
And look at this. Right to full back control. Just effortlessly takes the back.
Both hooks in this time.
Couple hard shots by Makhachev.
Kuntz is in a world of trouble right here. A lot of time on the clock here in round 2.
And Kuntz is looking for an opportunity where he can spin around and wind up on top. There
it is, Joe.
Made the
Great
attempt,
call.
but Makhachev clearly aware of it. Follows him, and as he's following him, he's trying to slip the forearm underneath the neck.
Looking for the body triangle now.
Yeah, he recognizes that Kuntz is trying to spin, so he opts for better control, but less versatility when it comes to attacking. If he wants to attack with an armbar or something else now, he has to let go of that triangle, whereas when he goes with traditional 2 hooks, more opportunities for attacks are open, but less control. Now see, we see here, he's got the body triangle, and he's on top, which is much, oh, it's underneath the chin.
Trying to lock it down right here. Looking to finish this fight.
It's over. It's over. Leo's out.
It is all over.
Beautiful job by Makhachev.
Great UFC debut for the Russian. Islam Makhachev.
And it was all about his grappling, Mike. I mean, his grappling opened up opportunities for striking, and when he got that back position, he capitalized on it very well. Locked up that body triangle, controlled him, and when the opening presented itself, locked in that rear naked choke. Now let's take a look at this again. I believe he was hurt there in that exchange, and you pointed that out as well. And here we see Makhachev has him down, locks up that body triangle, and sinks that forearm deep under the chin. And Leo's in all sorts of trouble here and forced to tap. Beautiful job
of utilizing that combat sambo, and an excellent debut for Islam Makhachev.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 38 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Islam Makhachev.
Second, we are underway. Black trunks for Josh Grispy, white trunks for Dustin Poirier.
You can see right off the bat, Grispy was leaning towards a kick. You can see him, whoa, nice front kick there. But Poirier, oh, nice inside leg kick.
Poirier composed early.
Yeah, Poirier would love to spoil the Josh Grispy party. There's a lot of hype behind this young kid, and he would love to take it and make it his own.
Poirier said pre-fight he feels there are holes in Josh Grispy's game, and he will expose them.
Right now, he's showing some excellent stand-up, especially with that front kick and the inside leg kick. Josh Grispy jumps up into guard here. That's an interesting choice.
Half of his wins in his career by submission for Grispy.
And Grispy has the left arm tied up.
No way he can stop it.
Good body punch there. And Poirier turns him around, has him pressed up against the cage.
Over the top with a quick elbow.
Clear that left arm.
Don't forget, UFC 125 is live on pay-per-view tonight. Order now. UFC champion Frankie Edgar, Gray Maynard in the rematch for the world lightweight title. 4-time knockout of the night winner Chris Lieben takes on Brian Stann. Call your cable or satellite provider, use your remote, or go to UFC.com for ordering information.
And don't forget Brandon Vera versus Thiago Silva. Woo.
Nate Diaz, Ultimate Fighter winner on the card tonight.
The battle of the tie clinch here, and Poirier won it.
Yep.
Poirier is turning it on here, Mike.
Really good start for the kid from Louisiana. Caught him again.
I'm really impressed with this kid. And he forces Grispy to try to take him down, and Grispy winds up on the bottom.
You hear his corner say, let him up. Poirier comes in, not with all the type of pressure on him that Grispy has. As you said, all the hype, the significance of the fact that Grispy was set to fight for the title before Jose Aldo was set back by injury. And Poirier looks very relaxed as a result of it.
You have to wonder now whether Grispy is sort of second-guessing his decision to fight when he was lined up for a title shot.
Oh my!
Poirier is just lighting him up on the feet, Mike. I love that front kick that he throws. Good sweep here by Grispy, but we got to make sure that he gets on top, and he does not. Poirier turns it around and winds up on top.
The question has been, because of all those first-round finishes, what will happen if he's pushed? We might find out tonight.
Well, he seems very relaxed. It doesn't seem like he's having octagon jitters, and he's lighting Grispy up. Beautiful body shot there, too.
Combination.
Oh, he's tagging him.
Dustin Poirier.
Josh Grispy is in big trouble, and he makes a half-hearted shot there. Poirier on top.
This is by far the longest fight for Josh Grispy of his last 10.
Josh Grispy looking for a Kimura, loses it. Poirier on top.
In the last 10 fights, Joe, he hadn't gone more than 2.5 minutes long.
Grispy's still trying for that Kimura, Mike. Poirier's in a bit of trouble here. He's got to make sure that he keeps his left leg pressed up against his hand so that Grispy can't pull that hand free and stick it behind his back. He's got to keep some weight on that. And when he senses the opportunity, he's got to yank that arm out of there if he can. And Josh Grispy trying to close it off by putting his left leg over the back. And Grispy no longer has two hands tied together. So Poirier's arm is basically free now. He's got to make sure Grispy doesn't tie those arms up together again.
40 seconds now. Here in round one.
The arm's pretty much, now he's in trouble again. Poirier's in trouble.
He's got to hang on here, because if Grispy yanks it out and up and beyond, now Grispy no longer has his hands together in the double wrist lock hold. So Poirier is no longer in trouble here. The arm is still trapped, but it's not in danger of being submitted. And now the arm's not even trapped. He's just got a wrist control on it.
Good recognition by Dustin Poirier.
Huge round for Dustin Poirier tonight in the second round.
In the WEC, all of his 4 victories were in the first round. All within the first couple of minutes.
Oh, beautiful knee to the body by Poirier. Grispy shoots in, but it's stuffed by Poirier, and Poirier turns it around and has him pressed up against the cage.
Poirier put together some beautiful combinations in round number 1.
Oh, beautiful elbow.
And the uppercuts. My goodness.
Grispy is again in trouble in the second round.
What a great elbow. And still, he delivers punishment.
And Grispy trying for the takedown here, stuffed by Poirier. Grispy's trying to turn the corner now, though. Steps over the leg. They're in the dogfight here. And Poirier back up to his feet. Grispy drags him down into side control, full mount. Turned around by Poirier. In the guard of Josh Grispy. Got to be careful of his neck here. Gets his head out. Neck isn't not in trouble. Now he has to be careful of the triangle position. Got to make sure his left arm doesn't get caught in between the 2 legs. If Grispy can get that left leg over the top and then secure it on his right leg. Poirier's got to make sure. Oh, he's got to look out for the armbar too. Now he's going to pass the guard. Nicely done. Poirier's out of trouble here.
And some quick ground and pound, Joe. Trying to pin that arm down.
Man, we have never seen Josh Grispy get worked like this in all of his fights in the WEC.
Won his first 4 MMA fights in under 1 minute. Was the youngest fighter in New Hampshire history to make his pro debut at age 17. 15 professional fights already for Grispy at age 22.
He is battered and bloody here, though. Poirier is really putting a beating on Josh Grispy.
Just about at the midway point of this fight.
You can't count Grispy out. He's a winner. He knows how to win. He's just got to figure out what an angle of attack could possibly be where he can get an advantage. Because right now, on the feet, he's been getting beaten up. And then when he gets to the ground, you know, because of the fact that he's taking so many shots on the feet, he's a little worn down. And Poirier's excellent on the ground as well, so he's been able to control those spots. He shoots again. And as he has his hands clasped together, look at his right leg. He's going to try to turn the corner and step his right leg over the left leg of Poirier, if he can do that. But right now, he's exhausted. He's taking a tremendous amount of punishment. And Poirier able to hold this position. See, now Grispy steps over, like I said, but now he winds up in guard. Too tired to try to turn the corner and put Poirier on his back. But now here he's pressed up against the cage, and he'll look to try to attack with some sort of a submission off of his back. Poirier would like to land some elbows and punches from this position.
Under 90 seconds now.
It's going to be hard for him to generate power, though, inside of Josh Grispy's closed guard. Grispy has a tight closed guard.
Good control.
He's going to get desperate. He knows he's around.
Confident corner of Dustin Poirier.
Well, they're saying that he knows he's losing 2 rounds. He's going to get desperate. What they're worried about is him doing something like this. He threw up the legs for a triangle.
Throws him right out,
man, and landed a beautiful punch.
And another one.
That was close, though. That triangle was very close. Grispy's not out of it yet. And slowly to get back up to his feet. And eats that inside leg kick again.
You see how exhausted Grispy is, the way his punches and kicks are coming now.
Hadn't been this deep in the fight in a long time.
Poirier got the tie clinch here, Mike. Here comes the knees.
Oh.
Grispy's got to get out of this spot.
10 seconds on the clock.
He's got to put his hands on the hips to try to prevent this.
Again with the
he's getting lit up. Grispy's in trouble. Steve Mazzagatti taking a good look at him.
Huge finish to round number 2. Poirier actually wasn't that long ago, though.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Exactly. A couple of fights at 55 in the WEC. Grispy.
Nice inside leg kick as well by Poirier.
Needs to try to find the solution for the diamond.
Well, in retrospect, it's probably a good thing that Josh Grispy didn't fight Jose Aldo. You know, I mean, he's a young kid, he's learning, and this is going to be a learning experience for him as well. Because if Poirier could do this to him, I would hate to see what Jose Aldo could do to him.
That said, as you pointed out earlier, Grispy's slick. He's got a wicked guillotine, and there's still 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
And he's a winner. He knows how to win, and he's never going to give up. You can beat him, but he's not going to beat himself. Poirier got the tie clinch again here.
Yes.
And here comes the knees.
Good
again,
combination.
Attacking with that inside leg kick over and over again to the left thigh of Josh Grispy.
Step over the leg. Step over it again.
Live on pay-per-view, top of the hour, UFC 125, Frankie Edgar, Gray Maynard. For the lightweight title, Chris Lieben, Brian Stan, and so much more. Call your cable or satellite provider, use your remote, or go to UFC.com for ordering information. Tonight's pay-per-view also available in 100% Spanish.
Again, Poirier turning it on. Josh Grispy's got to do something dramatic here, Mike. In my opinion, he's got to try to either knock him out or find some way to submit him. But he's had no success in the striking or on the ground, really. There's an opening right there for a triangle. If he can grab a hold of his left ankle and stuff his right knee through. Nope.
You talked about late in the first round how Grispy had Poirier in a little bit of a bad situation, the way he had Poirier's arm, but other than that, Joe, it's been all dusted.
Yeah, really, and he never really had it out. He locked up the Kimura position, but never really pulled the arm out and get close to submitting it. Another knee by Poirier.
Confident young man.
Well, we learned Josh Grispy can take it. That's for sure. He's taken a tremendous amount of punishment in these 3 rounds. And there's another nice knee. And Grispy has a hold of his knee now and wants to try to get Poirier down, and he does. Now let's see what we got. We got Grispy with Poirier on his back. Grispy trying to turn the corner and pass the guard, pushing down on the right thigh, trying to step over and get into side control. Poirier trying to stop it. Grispy into half guard here. He's got his right leg trapped in between the 2 legs of Poirier. Would like to get that free to try to submit him. There are a few submissions from this position, especially the Kimura. Note the left arm of Poirier, the one he's got wrapped around Josh Grispy's neck. If he can keep that arm, hold on to it, that's really the only submission he can try to get a hold of here in half guard. Other than that, there's a guillotine, Americana. Let's see if he can get out of this spot here. He's got to get that left leg free. He's trying to step over it, but no, Poirier puts him in full guard now. Better position for Poirier. Josh Grispy trying to sneak out to the left side, the side that has the butterfly hooks, which is Poirier's right leg. That butterfly hook is, he's trying to elevate his weight, and he stepped over it. Now he's got to press down on the knee. It's just a little bit of too little too late here. He's really got to do something dramatic. He can't be patient here. He's got to move at a very, very fast pace. He's got just a bit over a minute to go. And in my opinion, and I think you probably agree, he's got to submit him here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, there's no, I mean, if somehow or another the judges have scored those rounds for, I don't even want to say it. I don't. Okay, here he is. Moves into side control. Beautiful.
50 seconds.
Talking about the judging.
Poirier, Grispy, final minute of this fight.
And Grispy, he's got to try to do something here. He's got his arm wrapped under the neck. There's a submission here.
Oh, nope. Poirier popped right out of it, back into full guard 30 seconds to go. Josh Crispy back at stage 1. He's got to pass again and try one more time. Poirier basically just holding on here. When we see where Poirier is weaker, he's definitely weaker off of his back. Much, much stronger in the stand-up position and in the top position.
Well, Poirier thought he could expose some holes in Crispy's game, and he has absolutely done that tonight here in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Tremendous performance by Dustin Poirier.
We will go to the judges' scorecards as this fight goes the distance. Confident and consistent performance tonight by Poirier.
Really, really impressive, especially considering all the hype that was on Josh Crispy coming in here to this fight. Look at Dustin Poirier just pouring it on. This was really the significant advantage that he had in this fight, Mike, was in the stand-up. In his kicks and his punches, beautiful inside leg kicks. And here, right here, you see Josh Crispy came real close to a triangle. Almost locked it up. Poirier slammed him out of it. Past the guard, landed some grounded pound, and here's some nasty, dirty boxing here by Poirier.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Dustin the Diamond Poirier!
Hard work, baby!
Huge St-Pierre. Parisian.
Bring it on!
Here we go. Show of class and respect. Red trunks, Parisian. White trunks, St-Pierre. 22 years old. Absolutely overwhelmed and thrilled to have a chance to fight here in the States. His first time.
Yeah, George St-Pierre is, he comes with a big reputation from Canada. He's very well known up there. Big champion at the TKO, formerly the UCC. Supposedly a freakishly strong guy. We see him take Carl down. Carl reversing him. Danger! Carl's got a hold of an arm. George is trying to work his way out of this.
St-Pierre has been put in many bad situations.
Carl flipped him over.
Can he
he's got
finish?
his arm. If he can break that arm loose, he's got a Kimura. If he can lock his arm, he can lock his hand atop of his right wrist, or his left wrist rather, his right hand on his left wrist. He wants to get a Kimura shoulder lock here. George rolls him out. He's out of danger here.
Wow. Excellent grappler is Carl.
Carl's a fantastic grappler. He's a combination of judo, Jean LaBelle's catch wrestling. I mean, judo, Jean LaBelle is just a legend in grappling, and he's got all kinds of crazy techniques and neck cranks and stuff that he adds to the judo background of Carl Parisian. Trained by Gokar Kavician as well. They've got the school, the highest on in North Hollywood, famous for just a bunch of animals.
Little Armenia in North Hollywood. The 21-year-old has 10 mixed martial arts victories, Joe. 8 have been by submission. He almost had another one by submission there.
This guy's 21. He's fought Sean Shirk twice, lost once to decision, once by TKO. Beat very well-rounded and well-respected Fernando Vasconcelos, and his debut in the UFC against Dave Strasser was nothing short of spectacular.
Won that one with a submission by Kimura at 3:52 of round 1. Debut for St-Pierre in the closed guard of Carl Parisian.
If you look at him, like physically, not a very imposing guy. He doesn't even really look like a professional athlete because he doesn't spend any time in the weight room. All his time is spent doing judo. He's got incredible core strength and just a great ability to manipulate his weight. Oh, good punches by St-Pierre on the top.
St-Pierre, well-rounded, loves to take his opponents down and then work towards that ground and pounder submissions. This is what he is trying to do here halfway through round number 1.
Carl's doing a really good job of keeping in his guard. St-Pierre's trying to pass, but Carl's keeping him in there.
Two men from across North America, one in Montreal, the other from North Hollywood, California. Who will put on the better show?
He slipped that punch. Carl slipped that punch and tried to lock a hold of him, get him in an arm triangle. When George threw that left hand from the top, Carl locked a hold of it. He's just looking for his spot here. Carl's just looking for a spot to submit him.
Carl was originally to fight Pete Spratt, but St-Pierre beat Pete Spratt by submission and earned his opportunity to debut here in the UFC.
Pete Spratt, by a lot of people, was favored in that fight, but St-Pierre got him with a rear naked choke, forced the tap out.
90 seconds remains in round one. This fight, as all our non-title fights, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Title fights, as always in the UFC, 5 5-minute rounds.
I get the impression that Caro is just looking for an opening here. He's constantly moving his hips and constantly looking to lock a hold of an arm or something. St-Pierre is avoiding it, but as the fight goes on, this could be very dangerous for St-Pierre. Caro's come very close to locking a hold of something a couple times. Caro's also, there he goes. See, he's just looking for an opening to grab a hold of something and submit him. This guy's a legendary grappler in Los Angeles. Whoa, big right hand from St-Pierre from the top. He's a cardio machine too. That's how he beat Vasconcelos. It was a battle for a while, but Caro's a bulldog. He eventually just wore him down.
6 junior national judo crowns. He has added on to his arsenal, obviously, with his daily training. Started with Gene LaBelle when he was 8 years old. Gokar now his main trainer, and he is really starting to expand his game, and his game is mixed martial arts.
His game is mixed martial arts, but he is definitely a judo god. That is his strength. He is right now currently one of the top 3 in the country in judo, and he's even considering competing in the Olympics for judo.
Final seconds of round one, Joe. And there they are. So a good pace.
Maurice Richard, La Canadienne, La Habitant, 26 cups. That's about my French.
Second
French
round.
fry, that's my French.
There you go.
Here we go.
Second round set to begin.
Oh, good left hand. Good left hand by St-Pierre, and he goes for the takedown.
Nice job done by Georges St-Pierre, and the first time fighting in the States, first time fighting in the UFC. Now he's starting to get more comfortable. Now he knows what to expect from his opponent, the Heat.
Yeah, he absolutely felt him out in the first round, and I think he feels pretty comfortable on the ground. Whether that's a mistake or not, we're going to find out.
We certainly will.
His strength is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling as well. I think Caro is the superior grappler, in my opinion. Superior submission guy.
One of the questions was, could St-Pierre get Caro on his back? He's been successful in doing that.
Caro's very effective from his back, though. I mean, St-Pierre can get him from his back. Can he keep him there, and can he avoid the submissions? That's the big question. As time goes on and he gets tired, if he gets sloppy, tries to catch a breath, good elbow by St-Pierre.
Very good elbow. St-Pierre coming in with David Loiseau, as we mentioned. Normally, St-Pierre walks around at about 180, 185, so he's got a very large frame, cutting to 170 in the welterweight division to take on Parisian. He is very big.
He's very, you compare the two of them together, you wouldn't even think they're in the same weight class.
Absolutely. And can he use that to his advantage here?
Well, so far he's using it to avoid submissions. And he's staying on top, and he's landing some shots, but nothing that's going to stop a fight.
Worked the midsection a few times and had hope that Parisian had brought the guard away from the face.
Caro's looking to grab a hold of a leg. Caro has devastating leg locks too. Right now he's got his right leg wrapped around St-Pierre's left leg, right arm rather, wrapped around St-Pierre's left leg. It looks like he's looking for a leg lock. If he would free up his left leg, see how he's trying to free it up and roll over?
Make him pay, make him pay, make him pay.
He's holding that leg. He's just looking to get a good lock on it.
Plenty of time remaining in round two. Just under 3 minutes remains.
And he's abandoning the leg lock.
Oh.
Backhand.
Oh, and a big left by St-Pierre. There's a good elbow.
Nice.
Here's the ground and pound. This is what we expect to see from Georges St-Pierre.
Oh, nice, another elbow. Oh, big right hand.
Big right hand.
Caro doesn't even budge. Kid's a bulldog.
Trying to spin out.
He's scrambling, looking to move his hips to get into a better position for submission. You can't keep taking those shots, though. He's bleeding.
He is bleeding over the right eye. The right eye has been cut. Might have been an elbow there.
Oh,
another
beautiful
good elbow. St-Pierre trying to gain an advantage here. He is open to cut over the right eye.
He's got to be careful here. He's got to be careful while he's throwing these punches. If he opens up like that, Caro's going to catch him.
Caro frustrated. Mazzagatti, the referee, is right there, keeping an eye on the action, making sure both fighters are safe.
It's always a test of your concentration and your character when you get cut. That's where a lot of guys fall apart. They get cut, they see their own blood, they panic, and then they start fighting out of character. You got to keep your composure at all times. Kyle's remarkably composed for a 21-year-old guy.
90 seconds remains in round 2. Oh, and a good slam. Control of this round, St-Pierre.
St-Pierre is controlling, and he's done some good damage in this round. Carl's busted up.
And again, we talked about it. Maybe he just feels a bit more comfortable here in round number 2. You know, the lights, the gate closing, the first time south of his Canadian border. Not sure what to expect, and now he has settled into his game, and he's displaying some very, very nice skills.
Oh, and another big elbows from the top. Carl's having a real hard time keeping St-Pierre's head down. He's trying to control his head to avoid those big strikes. You see him, another one. St-Pierre's a strong dude. Carl keeps wrapping his left arm around St-Pierre's head. He's trying to hold him down and avoid those strikes. But St-Pierre, to his credit, is just a stronger guy. He's pulling out of it, and he keeps landing these shots. Kyle's getting busted up.
St-Pierre, a very pleasant young man to speak with the other day. Very excited about this opportunity. And here in the second round, he is taking advantage of it.
And you look at Carl through this whole thing, he's getting punched. He just looks calm. It looks like he's taking a nap. He's totally relaxed, despite the blood, despite the punches he's taking, the elbows.
So it was multiple
submissions. The closest he came was the beginning of the fight. Since then, it's been all St-Pierre.
Third and final round.
You ready? You ready? Bring it on.
High kick.
St-Pierre's looking relaxed. Superman punch. Takes a page out of Josh Thompson's book.
Ready to engage in return is Carl Parisian.
St-Pierre looks very comfortable on his feet here.
A pretty big gash over his right eye, Joe, but the doctor's doing a great job to stop the bleeding, at least for now. See if St-Pierre can open it up again. Ouvert, the cut.
Uh-oh. He took Carl down, but he left his arm out there. Carl will grab a hold of anything you give him. Right now, he's got George St-Pierre's right arm wrapped up. Now, what he's going to look to do here now is sweep him. As he's got his arm wrapped up, as they're struggling, Carl's going to use his legs. He's got a hold of it right now. He's going to look to flip him and slip him over. St-Pierre is very strong.
Trying to just power its way out of this submission attempt.
Yeah, Carl's got beautiful technique. You see how he's got his right leg inside? He's going to use that to sweep him. He's going to use his foot as a hook and get it inside in between St-Pierre's legs and try to flip him over and take him, mount him, and take a Kimura from there. See, he's getting his foot inside. Now he's going to try to roll, and as he tries to roll, he's going to try to use his foot as a hook and use his leverage to flip him over.
Which is very much what he did against Dave Strasser.
Exactly. Right now, St-Pierre's using his strength to avoid that. But how long can he keep this up? And how long can Carol hold on to it? Here's the flip. He's got to hold the arm. There's the flip. That's it. There's the Kimura.
Does he have it? Will he tap? Does he have it?
He's got it.
Tap?
George St-Pierre is a strong man.
St-Pierre fights through it using brutally good strength.
Yeah, George St-Pierre is very strong.
Nice call on that, partner. Nice call. Strasser could not power through that same exact submission. A good find from the former UCC, now TKO in Canada from Montreal, Georges St-Pierre.
This has got to start to be frustrating for Caro. It's the end of the third round, and he's losing this fight. He's got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and in my opinion, he's getting battered. Very close to getting a submission there. That's got to be frustrating. To be back in the same position, just eating elbows and punches.
Let's go, guys. Come on. Stay busy.
2 minutes.
Big elbow. Oh!
and 15 seconds remain in the third. He may have lost the first, but St-Pierre has a chance of winning both rounds 2 and round 3 here.
Oh, big elbows.
And a little solar plex work.
Let's go. Even the first round was very close.
Yes, absolutely.
And a matter of fact, I probably would have given it to St-Pierre.
Is that right?
He's doing what he wants to do. He's on top, throwing little punches. He's not as effective as he was in the second and third, but it was pretty close. Caro's he came close to a submission in the first and close again, much closer to a submission there, but St-Pierre, to his credit, has been able to avoid it and inflict a lot of damage. You look at the damage done, you got to give it so far to St-Pierre.
1 minute and 30 seconds remains.
Stop. Let's stand up.
And they stand him up.
Standing him up.
Steve Mazzagatti.
Excuse me. Steve Mazzagatti standing him up.
Ready. You ready?
All right, let's see what happens here. $113.
If you got to look at the way the two stand, I got to go with St-Pierre as a striker. He looks a little more comfortable on his feet.
St-Pierre dancing away from the Armenian.
Carl's just looking to grab a hold of him. There's only less than a minute to go, but you know what? Oh, big uppercut. As we've seen in the UFC many times, it's not over till it's over.
High kick.
Oh, very close.
Pulling his way forward.
That's dangerous. We've seen that with Evan Tanner when he fought Rich Franklin. Reaching in like that is a great way to get knocked unconscious. Oh, good defense by George St-Pierre.
30 seconds remains. Oh, a high knee.
And George St-Pierre goes to the takedown, and this is where it's dangerous. Caro rocks a hold of an arm. He loves to do that. 15 seconds to go. It does not look good for Caro here. Again, he's got a hold of an arm, though. Every time George St-Pierre takes him down, Carl immediately wraps up an arm and looks for a Kimura, but he's got no time left.
Again, we will render the judge's decision. Good fight. St-Pierre with a backslip.
He almost hurt himself.
He did almost hurt himself.
More doing that than in the whole fight. It's tough to do a backflip when you're winded. Catch your breath, then show off.
Well, he feels very confident that he will debut with victory here in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Let's take a look at that takedown to the Kimura. Straightens it out to reverse armbar. Look at that. Very close. Incredible strength shown by George St-Pierre to avoid that. His arm was completely straightened out. And then he starts punching him. The same arm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner by unanimous decision. George Rush St-Pierre!
Let's go, UFC debut and has never fought in a cage before. So certainly expect some sort of adjustment period as Nurmagomedov gets his first taste of the octagon.
Yeah, all of his fights have been in Russia. He's used to the ring, and it is very different. As we know, just the strategy of not being able to sprawl fully against the cage, cornering, the angles, completely different.
Belarus with a big left hand, and Nurmagomedov pursues the takedown off of it, now has control of the neck.
Watch the foot. Belarus looking to use his wrestling, typically look to throw those haymakers, those bombs, and will stay trading with his opponents, but definitely looking to put Nurmagomedov on his back right away. Very nice counter from Habib. Nurmagomedov is another one of these Russian fighters who comes from an excellent Sambo background. When he gets on top of you, he will land some nasty ground and pound. And interesting that Belarus is actually switching his stances repeatedly, going from southpaw now to righty. And you have to watch out for that big right hand from Belarus.
Yeah, you saw an earlier right hand was slipped by Nurmagomedov. We'll see how he handles the stance changes out of Belarus, who's back in the orthodox at present.
You know, Nurmagomedov has to keep this fight in the center of the cage. He's backing up, allowing Shalarus to get cage control and get him up against the cage. And this is where that inexperience in the cage can be a factor. He has to keep it in the middle of the cage where he can't be pinned. He can use his striking, use his movement, use his footwork.
Able to check the high kick there from Shalarus.
Good pressure from Shalarus.
Well, and if you want to draw the eye of the UFC brass, as Nurmagomedov certainly did, how about 7-0 in 2011 with 6 first-round finishes? That'll get you a shot in the big show, and here he is as we approach the halfway point here in round number 1 between Shalarus and Nurmagomedov, and he comes in with a big left hand that finds its home.
Yeah, you know, he's a very clean and technical striker, but he will throw in some unorthodox techniques and definitely throw a fighter off. And he's looking early with the jab and with that left hook, but he'll come in with some awkward attacks to throw Shalarus off, and that was a big kick that definitely hurt Nurmagomedov on the inside of that left leg. Powerful guy is Shalarus.
Big strike from Nurmagomedov. Shalarus in a world of trouble right now. We'll see if the Russian can finish.
Caught him on the way in, and look at this brutal ground and pound. Not allowing him to get up, and from here, this is where Nurmagomedov will make you pay.
And Shalarus in survival mode here. We'll see how much the Russian has left as he tries to pursue the finish. A couple more accurate strikes could do it.
This is not where Shalarus wants to be. He needs to get back to his feet, recompose himself. He has an underhook where he can possibly get a single leg and escape from here. Nurmagomedov needs to get that underhook and try to keep him on his back. Switches to the back position. Nice transition from Khabib. He's relentless, John. Relentless with his position. He's always looking to advance and puts his pressure with his ground and pound. There he is. Moves into side mount and looking for some more ground and pound.
And you're right, does so with relative ease. Very fluid is the Russian on the ground.
This is where he's most dangerous. Shalarus did a great job of getting back to his feet.
And there is no questioning the toughness and the heart of Kamal Shalarus. Clipped with another left hand on the way up, but he's sticking his chin right in there, and as you might expect, the Nashvillians loving every minute of it.
Nurmagomedov definitely looked pretty gassed when he got back to his feet. Definitely didn't have that same snap in his punches when he got back to his feet there.
Nice knee to the midsection there, so perhaps the window closed for Nurmagomedov to get that first round finish. Shalarus exerting a tremendous amount of toughness and eats another right hand as Kamal Shalarus. Not a lot of time to recover when you've been knocked down the way Shalarus was there in the first.
And for Nurmagomedov, who may have punched himself out there. He looks okay now, but he was definitely gassed at the end of that first round.
And once again comes flailing in with that left hand, absorbs an inside leg kick, nicely done by Shalarus. And you see Shalarus sort of biding his time and waiting for that big right hand.
Very impressed with the counter wrestling of Nurmagomedov, and here he is trying to finish a single of his own and gets it on Shalarus. Very nice wrestling, and again, coming from Dagestan, Russia, you got to think he's got some very high-level wrestling, John.
And at least in the early going, no nerves whatsoever for Nurmagomedov. You'd think a guy who came to the United States shortly after Christmas. They actually opened the Russian embassy on Christmas Day to get him here. He wanted this UFC opportunity in a very bad way and has wanted it for quite some time, despite being just 23 years old and maximizing the opportunity, at least to this point.
Yeah, definitely. He said he wanted to do whatever it took to get into the UFC. This has been his dream, like every fighter, and this kid's coming all the way from Russia to achieve that goal. Trying to move into side mount. Nurmagomedov needs to get an underhook. And there he is trying to secure it. Working some very nice ground and pound. And here he is with that double threat. Not only is he trying to advance his position, but he's also working his ground and pound position, keeping Shalarus honest there. And that is the best and most efficient way, most devastating way to advance your position. It's not just his jiu-jitsu, his positioning, and his technique on the grappling, but also it's his ground and pound that's opening that up.
Nurmagomedov trying to move across that right leg, and Mario Yamasaki looking for more action. He stands up the fighters here as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the second round of this lightweight battle between Shalarus and Nurmagomedov. Very close fight, at least as far as the odds makers forecasted. Virtually even money on paper, and at least in the early going, Nurmagomedov having his way.
Yeah, you know, Nurmagomedov has very impressive record, 16-0. It's hard to know what kind of competition that is. Sure. You know, and comes in kind of as an unknown, but proving himself against a true veteran in Shalarus. I mean, when's the last time we've seen Shalarus out-wrestle, John?
That's the truth. Not really at all in his MMA career. Of course, Jim Miller got plenty done against him back in March of 2011, but there's a reason Shalarus entered the UFC undefeated and getting all he can handle right now from the Russian newcomer.
You know, the coaches were very big on Nurmagomedov, saying that this kid came right from Russia, went right into some very hard training, and just were very impressed with his work ethic, his technique, and they expect big, big things from him.
Yeah, expectations and the hype both very high for Nurmagomedov, and again, been in the U.S. such a short time, you know. Hard not to be impressed with what you've seen and hard not to think about how much better he can get.
No doubt about it. Here he is, just constantly moving, constantly working his hips, ground and pound. And then these are the kind of fighters everybody loves to see, love to watch. Dangerous on the ground. Here he is trying to lock up a little turnover, but thought he was going to switch into a Darce choke or a guillotine, but fails on it.
And Nurmagomedov, you got to think too, gaining momentum and confidence in the matchup as this fight continues to go his way.
What's very impressive, if you look at the size difference, I know Shalarus came in lighter than we're used to, but he's obviously much, much bigger, especially in the upper body. He's much, much bigger than Nurmagomedov, but Nurmagomedov's kind of throwing him around a little bit.
Yes, and move! And move! Get body cross! Get body cross!
Nice right hand from Khabib. Another one.
And once again, it seems as though Shalarus not really putting any combinations together, just looking for that one big right hand to try to turn Nurmagomedov's lights out.
He's trying to counter Shalarus, and there he is going for crazy techniques. He mixes in some unorthodox moves with his crisp striking, and I'm sure that's confusing Shalarus a little bit. The way he leaps in with those uppercuts and hooks, John, very, very impressive.
Yeah, that uppercut certainly.
And look for a single leg to get on top of his opponent, Nurmagomedov. And this is a big round for Shalarus. He's gonna have to do something big here.
Shalarus has dealt with injuries over the last calendar year, staring at a 10-month layoff here tonight, and at least the first 2 rounds are an indication that perhaps there is a little bit of rust as he gets back to the big show. Once again, though, going for that big right hand.
Yeah, you know, I think there's a lot of that is due to his opponent, who's countering very well. Very impressive for his first fight in the octagon, first fight in the cage. Are you kidding me? Moving very, very well, very technical, countering. Looks like a veteran out there.
Really does. Shalarus pursuing that single leg, Nurmagomedov having none of it.
I tell you what, when you get a high-level wrestler like Shalarus, and we've seen it from him in the past, when he gets your leg, you're on your butt. I mean, this guy finishes takedowns, and not able to do that against Nurmagomedov. Unbelievable. I'm very, very impressed with this kid.
We saw the sprawl from Shalarus, but he ate another left hand, now working on a guillotine.
And look at that single leg takedown from Nurmagomedov. I don't think Shalarus is going to be able to finish this guillotine. Doesn't quite have his legs in the proper positioning, and you can see him slipping out. Probably going to bail on it. Nurmagomedov countering to the proper side, going to the far side of that headlock, and he's out.
Big hammer fist there from the top position for Nurmagomedov, and Shalarusa's face starting to show some wear and tear at this point.
You got to be impressed with the conditioning of these guys. I mean, Nurmagomedov just has not stopped throwing punches inside mount, now in the mount, and this could be bad news for Shalarus. And Nurmagomedov trying to get that rear naked choke. He's kind of in an awkward position, but looks like he's finishing it. That's it. So the UFC and US debut for Khabib Nurmagomedov goes according to plan. Welcome to America. Beautiful performance, guys. What a debut for Nurmagomedov against a true veteran, Shalarus. He out-wrestled him, he outstruck him, and he finished in the third round with a great rear naked choke. Here he is pressuring him with his ground and pound. Kind of jumps over the guard of Shalarus. Right in the mount position, Shalarus tried to turn his back, but that only opened up a rear naked choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov, and here he is with the position.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 8 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov!